Ferrari has never shied away from pushing the boundaries of performance, emotion, and exclusivity. And in 2021, they introduced something that wasn't just another supercar, it was a mechanical symphony, a celebration of everything that made Ferrari's V12 heritage so iconic. The 2021 Ferrari 812 Competizione. It's not just a hardcore version of the 812 Superfast. It's a car that lives in the rarefied air of purist engineering. A car that may very well be the final act in Ferrari's naturally aspirated V12 legacy. Let's begin with the engine, the centerpiece of the 812 Competizione's theater. Under the sculpted hood lies a 6.5-liter naturally aspirated V12, the most powerful internal combustion engine Ferrari had ever put in a road car at the time. Producing an astonishing 819 horsepower at a screaming 9,250 RPM and 692 Nm of torque at 7,000 RPM, the Competizione doesn't just deliver performance, it delivers drama. It revs to an ear-shattering 9,500 RPM. That's Formula One territory. And it's not turbocharged. No forced induction. Just pure mechanical breath, air, fuel, combustion, and soul. Performance figures: 0 to 100 km per hour in just 2.85 seconds. 0 to 200 km per hour in 7.5 seconds. Top speed: over 340 km per hour. And yet, numbers alone can't describe what it feels like to drive. It's a visceral experience. The throttle response is immediate, razor-sharp, and it pulls with an urgency that builds all the way to the top of the rev range. And the sound, oh, the sound. That V12 scream is unfiltered emotion. It's music for enthusiasts. It's addictive. To tame this beast, Ferrari didn't just throw in a bigger engine and call it a day. The 812 Competizione is packed with sophisticated tech. Rear-wheel steering, Ferrari Side Slip Control 7.0, an upgraded suspension setup with magnetorheological dampers. It's engineered for agility, precision, and feedback. The steering is sharper. The chassis is stiffer. Weight is down, thanks to extensive use of carbon fiber, especially in the front bumper, rear diffuser, and even the engine manifold. Aerodynamics play a massive role in shaping the Competizione's performance. The front air intakes, revised splitter, and the radical rear design with vortex generators all work together to increase downforce. But perhaps the most striking feature is the aluminum blade replacing the rear window, a design move that improves structural rigidity and airflow over the rear. The vortex generators on the deck lid? Not just for show. They channel air to keep the car planted at insane speeds. Step inside the cockpit, and you're greeted with a driver-focused interior that balances minimalism with a sense of occasion. There's no central infotainment screen. Everything is designed to keep your eyes on the road and your hands on the wheel. Carbon fiber, Alcantara, and exposed metal define the interior aesthetic. Lightweight racing seats hug you tight. Even the door panels are stripped down to reduce weight. This is a car that prioritizes the driving experience above all else. Ferrari didn't build the 812 Competizione to be a garage queen. It was engineered to be driven. To be pushed. To be experienced on a track. But it's not just a race car. It's a piece of automotive art that you can take on a mountain road. And that's what sets it apart. It offers both savage speed and a level of engagement that few modern cars can match. Now, let's talk about exclusivity. Ferrari limited production of the 812 Competizione Coupe to just 999 units. Each one sold almost instantly. It wasn't just about the performance, buyers knew they were getting a piece of Ferrari history. A naturally aspirated V12, in an era increasingly dominated by turbochargers and electric motors. The end of an era, perhaps, but what a glorious end. The 812 Competizione wasn't alone. It was joined by its open-top sibling, the 812 Competizione A, or Aperta. That model took the same platform and added an extra dose of sky with a removable carbon fiber roof panel. A total of 599 Aspirated were made, and like the coupe, they were spoken for long before the first car left Maranello. In terms of handling, the Competizione took the already agile 812 superfast and cranked everything up. The steering is hyper-responsive. The car feels light on its feet, especially considering it weighs just under 1,500 kilograms dry. With rear-wheel steering and the latest version of Ferrari's dynamic control systems, it dances through corners with poise. There's virtually no understeer, and the rear end is alive but predictable. It rewards skilled drivers and challenges them to extract the best from the chassis. Driving modes like wet, sport, race, and CT off allow the driver to tailor the behavior to their liking. But even in the most aggressive settings, there's a confidence the car inspires. The carbon ceramic brakes are monstrously powerful, able to haul the car down from triple-digit speeds lap after lap with no fade. The grip is phenomenal, thanks to bespoke Michelin Pilot Sport Cup 2R tires that stick like glue to the tarmac. But beyond all the numbers and tech, there's a purity to the 812 Competizione that makes it special. In an era where many performance cars rely on hybrid systems, dual-clutch torque tricks, or clever electronics to mask flaws, the Competizione remains refreshingly analog in its feel. Sure, it's packed with tech, but it doesn't feel filtered. The connection between driver and machine is immediate and intimate. The design language of the car is equally bold. It's aggressive, angular, and sculpted for performance. The reworked front fascia, the carbon fiber blade across the rear, the quad tailpipes, and the massive diffuser, they all serve a purpose. But they also give the car an unmistakable presence. It looks fast even when it's parked. Ferrari's engineers went through every component with a fine-tooth comb to save weight and improve response. The crankshaft is lighter. The con rods are titanium. Even the pistons were redesigned. And the 7-speed dual-clutch transmission? It shifts 5% faster than in the 812 Superfast. Downshifts are sharper. Upshifts come with a visceral punch. Everything feels more immediate. This car isn't just about going fast, it's about how it makes you feel. And few cars can stir the soul like this. The sound of the V12 as it bounces off canyon walls. The way the front end bites into corners. The symphony of mechanical motion, perfectly choreographed. Let's also address the elephant in the room, the future. The 812 Competizione might be the last naturally aspirated, non-hybrid V12 Ferrari ever built. As emissions regulations tighten and Ferrari moves toward hybridization and electrification, we may never see a car like this again. And that's why the Competizione matters. It's a swan song. A love letter to the golden age of internal combustion. For collectors, that means this car will only grow in significance over time. It's already a prized possession among those lucky enough to own one. And for the rest of us, it remains a dream, a symbol of what pure automotive passion looks and sounds like. It's not the fastest car Ferrari has ever made. That title goes to other models. But the 812 Competizione might be the most emotional. The most connected. The most thrilling. It's a car that makes you feel alive with every drive. And that's what supercars should do. So, if you're someone who values driving purity, mechanical brilliance, and emotional engagement above all else, the 2021 Ferrari 812 Competizione is your kind of machine. It doesn't just accelerate, it elevates. It doesn't just turn heads, it turns hearts. And while the automotive world charges forward toward electrification, cars like the 812 Competizione remind us of where we came from, and why we fell in love with driving in the first place.